Today with a high of 40 tonight, cloudy skies, low 30, partly cloudy, 38 tomorrow. For Wednesday, sunshine, high of 40, scattered showers, 38 on Thursday, and for Friday, partly cloudy with a high 35. Overnight low 38, yesterday's high was 53. Currently humidity at 84%, winds from the west at 5 miles an hour, pressure at 30.2 and holding. Cloudy skies right now, we've got 38 here at the WFIW studios east of Fairfield. And it's 6 minutes past 8 now. And time for morning coffee. Good morning.
Good morning to you. Good weekend, huh?
Oh, yeah.
It was a good weekend. Busy, but it was a good weekend.
I had some good moments, and I had one really bad moment during the weekend. Missed a buck at about 7:10 a.m. yesterday.
Uh-oh.
Got down, walked around for a little while, and then I did a primal yell. And it was laced with expletives. And when it was over with, most people in that whole region knew that I was done hunting. Walked in, put up the gun, took off the camo.
Said, it's done. I'm done.
Yep. You know, it was interesting. A gentleman walked up to me at a restaurant.
And said
last
he heard
night.
You? Said he heard you?
No. He looked at my boots. He says, "I don't see any deer blood there." I said, "No, you wouldn't. They're spiffed clean, dude." We sat for talk some deer talk for a little while. You know, it's therapeutic when you're up there in the stand and you have nothing to think about. But you know, good things. But if you miss like that, you just kick yourself. It's like a basketball player missing a free throw. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I did that a lot too in my life. So, how was your weekend, Dave?
Good.
Parade?
Busy.
You were in the parade,
yeah,
right?
Parade. Well, I watched the parade. We had company this weekend, so the company and I watched the parade. Kept a low profile pretty much, but had a great time. I was seeing in the news somewhere this morning that Illinois turns 200 today.
Yep. It is today.
And
1818.
I went to different sites, you know, all this, and one article I read, it listed all the events that had happened and that are going to happen, and then it ended with, here's to another 200 great years.
Now, we're not going to make 200 months with the Treasury the way it is.
I'm thinking 200 great years, and I heard and read your commentary today about the pension and your plan to solve it, which I agree with. But, you know, yeah, Illinois, I love it. I do like this. I like this state. I'm not moving.
We're natives. What are we going to do?
And I like the change in the seasons, but the state's broke.
Yeah.
And apparently they're going to want more of our tax money to waste. Mm-hmm. So, but nevertheless, we are 200 years old.
Well, happy birthday to Illinois. That's Dave Land. Over there is Mark Turner. I'm Mike Dreeth. This is Morning Coffee. You're welcome to join us not only on 104.9 FM, but also on Facebook. You can follow the link there. You can go on WFIWradio.com. There's multiple ways to be able to see us in our bright smiling faces.
Had a interesting conversation with a guy from Indiana yesterday. Okay. First of all, we strolled into his shop, and he said, "Where are you guys from?" "Oh, we're from Fairfield, Illinois." "Oh, you're Illinois."
Illinois?
Yeah, Illinois. I'd never heard that one before.
Me neither.
And I said, well, and then his wife looks at us, and he goes, "You know, he's putting you down." I was like, "Yeah."
That's easy.
And then I looked at him and said, "Well, you know, I grew up in Kentucky." And I said, "By the way, who's your daddy?" and I laughed about it all day. And he shot right back, and he looked at my wife and he go, "Is she your cousin then?"
Oh, ouch! Sting.
Because I grew up in Kentucky.
Yeah. Well, we had a couple.
It was a nice back and forth.
Absolutely.
You know?
You gave and took.
I gave and took.
A couple of, at least one huge, significant passing this weekend.
Oh yeah, George H.W.
And I think what I've seen is a constant theme of what a wonderful gentleman.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know if you saw this. I actually printed it. This is the handwritten note that he left for Bill Clinton the day he left. Have you seen what he said?
That's a tradition, too, isn't it?
I'm not sure if it is, but
I
mean, the graciousness of this, he essentially, said, that he felt the same sense of wonder and respect that day he was leaving as he did when he walked in. He warns him about not being overly concerned about criticism, and this is the last paragraph, which I think is just remarkable given where we are as a culture and a society at this moment. This is Bush to Clinton. Clinton has just savaged him in the campaign and beat him pretty easily.
And wasn't very nice about it.
No, he wasn't. But that's politics. Quote, "You will be our president when you read this note. I wish you well. I wish your family well. Your success now is our country's success. I am rooting hard for you." Isn't that
It's class?
That is class. That's
class.
exactly the word.
Yep.
And his wife Barbara was the same way.
Oh, my gosh,
Very
yes.
classy lady.
Yep.
So
We lost a, not on that caliber, but nevertheless, we lost a celebrity who was born in Moline, Illinois. He passed away Saturday.
You talking about Ken Berry?
Ken Berry.
Yeah.
He was born in Moline, Illinois. He was 85, but I really liked him in Mama's Family. Mama's Family was one of my favorite shows.
And he was in Mayberry RFD.
He
Right.
was.
He essentially took.
Wasn't
it was a
he
spinoff,
a
but-
dancer to begin with?
Yes, he was a dancer.
Okay.
He essentially, when Andy Griffith got off, they wanted to keep the franchise going, didn't they, Dave? I mean, essentially, so they brought him in as a side character and then moved him into the prime role.
Yeah.
And it worked, but didn't work on the level of Andy Griffith.
But it was. Do you remember the role he played in F Troop?
Captain Parmentier.
Wilton Parmentier. I would have said Parmenter, but it's
Parmentier.
And Larry Storch. Larry was in there with him.
He was Sergeant Agarn.
Yep.
Sergeant Agarn. You remember the Indian troop?
Oh, yeah.
The Hakawis. You know how they got their name?
No.
They were wandering through the forest, and one of them turned to the other one and said, "We're the Hakawi."
Where the heck are we?
And so they became the Hakawis.
Well, you remember the cartoon that was spin-off of F Troop? Go Gophers. Remember those?
I didn't know that.
Well, I think it was a spin-off of F Troop. It had the same type characters in it.
I loved it.
How
I
many-
loved that show.
how
It was
many,
only a couple of years, right?
And
Yeah, that
what's
was it.
Who else was in F Troop? It was what's his name? Forrest Tucker.
Forrest
Lars
Tucker.
Tucker.
Forrest Tucker. Yeah.
Good.
F Troop ran on ABC from 65 to 67.
Lived
That's
on
it.
Lived on in
Reruns, yeah.
reruns. Yeah. I think
Fort Courage. Wasn't it Fort Courage?
Fort Courage. Larry Storch was Sergeant Agarn, and they had a behind-the-wall still operation, and they were in partnership with the Hakawis.
Yeah, and here it is. Hekawis. Hekawi. Where the
heck are we?
Where the heck are we?
That was a great show.
Oh, it was.
I enjoyed it.
that one.
I
Yeah.
enjoyed it immensely.
That reminds me of the phrase.
I didn't know he was from Illinois, though.
Yeah, Moline. November 3rd, 1933 in Moline. But a phrase like that, where the heck are we? It's like, I'd rather have a bottle in front of me than a frontal lobotomy.
I'd go on with that, too.
Anyway, R.I.P. Ken Berry and
Yeah.
certainly George H.W.
Did you hear how they're going to do that? They're going to have it, the body lie in state, and then they're going to, the way I understand it, tell me if I'm wrong, they're going to put the body in on a train
Well, Air Force One is going to bring him from Texas
to Washington.
to Washington, where he'll lie in state. And I don't know about.
My understanding was he's a great fan of trains. By the way, there's a picture right now that's on Facebook that just melts my heart. He had a service dog, and there's a picture of the casket, and the service dog is laying next to it.
Yeah.
Just killed me.
Oh boy, yeah.
Anyway, but my understanding is that it's going to be delivered
And
back
this
by
is
train.
George H.W. Bush we're referring to, not Ken Berry.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Don't mix those two.
yeah, don't
Bush
mix those
41.
two.
You know, for years I thought, what do you mean 41 and 43? Well, the number of their presidency.
Right.
I knew they were older than that.
George W. Bush has really played he's been way in the background on this thing,
Yeah.
hasn't he? I mean, it's been Neil Bush, it's been Jeb,
and a family spokesman. Mm-hmm.
So going to be buried with Barbara, and they had a little girl that was only a few years old.
3 years old.
Robin, I believe, was her name. And so they're all going to be buried at the Presidential Library, College Station, if I'm not mistaken, Texas. So anyway, big news for that over the weekend. We're going to still, I think Wednesday is a National Day of Mourning, if I'm not mistaken.
It is.
Yeah.
So that's correct.
All right. We'll be right back.
Christo, why Brighton? Give her or yourself something gorgeous to wear. 3 ways. Go solo, slap in a leather insert that's reversible, or stack it with skinny bangles, and it's irresistible. New addition to the Crisco family, rings, gold or silver, in all the Jewelry Collect designs. Wear on any finger. They're adjustable. One size fits all. And at $28, they're perfect for her stocking. Carnaby's gifts are wrapped to perfection. Your fashion leader in downtown Fairfield is now open Sundays, 1 to 4.
It's here. The Big Deal Store is online and waiting for you to shop and buy gift certificates for local businesses. Go to our station's website, WFIWradio.com, and click on the Big Deals. Here you'll find dozens of gift certificates for places like La Fuente, Voppel's Home Furnishings, Murphy's Pet Grooming and Boarding, and Jackie's Lunchbox. You can shop 24 hours a day and save tons of money in the process. But you better hurry. You never know how long each deal will last.
Ring in this new year in downtown Vincennes. Be part of one of America's top 10 quirky things to do on New Year's Eve by joining us for the 11th annual National New Year's Eve Watermelon Draw. Activities begin at 7 in the heated tent. Near midnight, watch the giant 500-pound watermelon being hoisted up for the countdown to 2019. At the stroke of midnight, the Knox County watermelons drop to this platform and the huge fireworks show celebrating 2019 begins.
Hi, this is Bill Stevens with another time capsule quiz. Which month and year was it when former Nixon aides Haldeman, Ehrlichman, Mitchell, and Mardian were all convicted of Watergate crimes? President Ford told us,
"The state of the union is not good. Millions of Americans are out of work. Prices are too high and sales are too slow."
Pittsburgh's Steel Curtain shut down the Minnesota Vikings in Super Bowl IX. We saw the TV debuts of Beretta, Barney Miller, and the Jeffersons. And here's what was moving on up on your radio.
And I can't get out of my head. This is for all the lonely peas. Sweet surrender. Don't call us, child. We'll call you. You're no good, you're no good, you're no good. You're so kind of wonderful. Look in my eyes, pretty woman. See the woman.
Those songs were big winners when they hit the air, but when did they? The answer and a touch of the top song from the month and year are coming up.
All the joy and happiness of the season be yours. May the gifts be received with the same love with which they're given, and may the spirit of the holidays fill you. Happy holidays from Wayne County Sheriff Mike Everett and staff at the Wayne County Sheriff's Department. Tri-County Seamless Gutter and all the crew. Wayne County Clerk's Office, Liz Ann Woodrow, Debbie, Terry, and Michelle. Mayor Brent McGuire and staff at the City of Fairfield. Heidi Hoffey, local attorney representing those injured at work at 109 West Main in Fairfield. Burnt Prairie Grand Antiques, Kathy, Lisa, Sabrina, and Flo. Modern Auto and Towing at 204 Northeast 2nd, Dan and Kathy. And Jerry and Sandy at Gill's Sales and Service, 1605 West Main, Fairfield.
January 1975.
The Doobie Brothers and Blackwater, the top song of January 1975. This is Bill Stevens for tcapsule.com. Back soon with another time capsule.
This is the show about nothing. Morning Coffee, streaming on YouTube and live on the station listened to, not just heard, WFIW.
We're mighty proud about being about nothing, aren't we, David?
Well, you might have expected this, but a radio station in Ohio has pulled a Christmas song from its lineup after a listener expressed concern over the holiday song's lyrics. The song was a hit back in the 1940s. And the song is Baby, It's Cold Outside.
Oh, I could see this one coming.
One
Are you serious?
One listener called the radio station and suggested it's not appropriate to play the song that was a big 1940s classic in 2018. So the radio station conducted a poll on its website with the majority of voters in favor of removing the song, but no results were posted. I mean, there were no details. A separate poll on the radio station's Facebook showed the results, and 92% said they were in favor of playing the song. But apparently in the tune, for those of you not familiar with it, I remember it, but not the exact lyrics. But a female sings, "I really can't stay," which a man responds, "But baby, it's cold outside." And another part of the song, a woman is heard singing lines like, "Say, what's in this drink?" And the answer is no, and I've got to get home.
And
it's been remade by everyone.
Oh, it's been done.
It's classic. So they've pulled it. I'm not sure if we're playing it here or not, but we won't pull it.
I'm not sure we are either. But the truth of the matter is,
I think I'd add it just for the
let's add it.
There's one line in there that I know has been altered over time, and that is maybe one more cigarette.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
The serious.
Well,
there's a line in there.
You will see in movie, when you go to watch a movie and it has like rated R, it'll say language, sexual scenes, cigarette smoking. What?
Now, see, I was flipping around, online the other day watching YouTube, and I came upon the 1968 Dean Martin Christmas special. Mm-hmm. And the first song, "It's a Marshmallow World." He's out there, dancing around with two little, nice-looking women in short Santa outfits, and he's right there in the middle just smoking a cigarette while he'd sing a verse and he'd puff a couple.
You watch a 1940s movie, they'll light up when they start to eat a meal.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cigarettes and booze.
It's not that long ago. I watch a lot of old Carson.
Yeah, same thing.
He went from it being there until he started hiding it behind the table, if you recall.
Remember Jim Leland in the dugout?
Oh God, yes.
Even newscasters.
Yeah.
TV newscasters.
Oh, Murrow.
Ed Murrow.
Walter Cronkite. I can remember Cronkite.
Yeah.
Having a drink and smoking a cigarette.
Ed Murrow, what was it? Person to person?
See It Now was the big.
His TV deal was person to person. He made his fame as a World War II correspondent.
There were two shows.
Okay.
Person to person was the one that he had to do with a guest, where he would be looking at a screen and he would be talking. But he did that in order to do See It Now.
Okay.
See It Now in 1954 was the show that brought down McCarthy. Used his own words, his own video to be able to prove that he was not exactly straight with the American people concerning the infestation of communists in the government.
I think I remember even remember the old home run derby?
Oh, yes.
I remember seeing a couple of home run derbies where they'd bring out players and they'd introduce them. They'd be smoking a cigarette.
Oh, really?
Kurt Flood.
I think.
Center fielder for the Cardinals. Yeah. I saw him in 62, 63. Before the game, we could get close enough to lean over the dugout, and he's sitting in there having a cigarette.
Wow.
But you didn't think anything about it.
Well, I mean,
that's just what it was.
A lot of those players were essentially bought as spokespeople for cigarette companies. Mm-hmm. Ted Williams, one in particular. I think even Stan the Man might have, until he realized that was not a good idea and stopped.
Mickey Mantle was the same way.
Yeah. By the way, right as we were coming back in from break during the look back in the years and guessing the year. Mm-hmm. One of the big song was from 1975, Blackwater by the Doobies. What how songs have different memories for you? What about you? Anything from that?
That was my least favorite Doobie Brothers song, so when it came on, I punched the button.
How about you?
Doobie Brothers? Love
that song in particular.
Blackwater, okay, yeah.
All right, here's
not
the thing.
My favorite.
That song was on the jukebox inside the cafeteria of my high school. And it just came out, and it got played over and over and over again. And so when that song comes on, I'm a senior in high school.
That was their first big hit. They may have, I think they released some things before that, but, Long Train Running mentions the Illinois Central.
Yep.
Yes.
That reminds me of
There's a lot of songs that mention things close to Illinois.
Arlo Guthrie.
Yeah, and Willie Nelson.
Yes.
And I've written
City
that
of New Orleans.
Creedence
City
Clearwater Revival.
Yep.
Mentioned.
Mm-hmm. What's the Allman Brothers? Ramblin' Man?
Yes.
Talks about on a Greyhound bus on Highway 41.
CCR, I'm your boy from Illinois. Go ahead.
Good morning. You're on the Morning Coffee Show.
Yeah, you talk about the Doobie Brothers. First time I saw them was at Bull Island, Monday morning. Nobody had ever heard of them before. And if you listen to the song, listen to the music on the river, that's what they were writing. That's what they wrote this song about, was Bull Island.
Yep.
All right.
It was a good one. Okay.
Thanks.
Bull Island. We could do a show on Bull Island.
Why?
I know a guy in Fairfield. We're gonna get him out here. I'll have him on a Meet Your Neighbor one of these days, and I think we'll talk about
Bull Island. What is Bull Island?
The Soda Pop Festival. Just as when you cross I-64, the bridge at Grayville.
Yeah.
You're heading east like you're going to Evansville. And then the first exit there, I believe, is to New Harmony. Well, before you get to that New Harmony exit, off to the south was an area called Bull Island.
Okay.
And they had a rock festival there.
Really?
It was a poor man's Woodstock. This was it was over Labor Day weekend of 72. And Larry Aikman, who was a big promoter, big promoter in Evansville, had Santana lined up, some big names. Well, it didn't go as big as they had wanted.
All right.
Oops.
But if you go to YouTube, and type in Bull Island Soda Pop Festival, you'll see footage, I think, that was taken by the Illinois State Police. They were there for security. There were cars parked on the interstate.
Really?
Yeah.
See, my experience on the other side of the state.
Never heard of Bull Island.
Me neither. It's the first time I ever heard.
Oh,
my experience on the other side of the state was the Mississippi River Festival, MRF, at SIUE.
Good morning. You're on Morning Coffee.
Hey, listen, I was at Bull Island.
You were at Bull Island?
Rock Festival, and it was everything it promised. Ricky Haven was there. Man, it was awesome.
Yeah, they had a bunch. They had several big names back out because the weather was bad. It wasn't convenient to get there.
And transportation was an issue. Transportation was definitely an issue. Cars was backed up for miles.
Yep.
I mean,
was there a super slab then?
Yes. That part was open.
Okay. All right. Hey, by the way, speaking of bands and acts, I'm told en route to us here at the radio station, if you're a country artist, we've got 10 tickets. We're going to figure out how to give them away to the Cole Swindell Dustin Lynch concert. That concert is going to be on Thursday, so they better get here today, is the bottom line.
Where is the concert?
It's in Evansville, at the Ford Center. So I'm just giving you the heads up. We'll figure out a way to be able to
Here's something that's kind of neat. Has nothing to do with what we've talked about.
All right.
But we're going to have to take a break here in a minute, and I like this, and I think you guys will too. Over in the United Kingdom, there is a restaurant chain called Frankie and Benny's. It's, I think they can be described as a New York-style Italian restaurant. They're offering an incentive to parents who don't use their cell phones during dinner, and that is a free meal for their children, because they did a survey, and nearly 20% of the kids said they felt their parents preferred to be on their phones during meals than talk to the kids.
Oh, that's terrible.
So Frankie and Benny's restaurant chain said, parents, if you put your phones down and do not use them, your kids eat free. What do you think?
I think it's a great idea.
I love it.
I do, and they'll get a lot more families that way too, I think.
I think they will.
I love that. So, okay.
We'll be right back.
You're going to love this. Hundreds of Macy's Cyber Week specials are here and ready for gifting online and in store. Like boots and booties for her, buy one, get one free. Mixers, air fryers, and more, 20% plus an extra 20% off. And find gifts for him and her, coats, sweaters, tops, 50 to 60% off. Macy's Cyber Week specials now through Wednesday. Savings off regular prices, exclusions apply. Macy's Star Rewards now offers benefits everyone can enjoy no matter how they pay. Sign up for free in store or at Macys.com/Star Rewards.
All the joy and happiness of the season be yours. May the gifts be received with the same love with which they're given, and may the spirit of the holidays fill you. Happy holidays from Wayne County Sheriff Mike Everett and staff at the Wayne County Sheriff's Department. Tri-County Seamless Gutter and all the crew. Wayne County Clerk's Office, Liz Ann Woodrow, Debbie, Terry, and Michelle. Mayor Brent McGuire and staff at the City of Fairfield. Heidi Hoffey, local attorney representing those injured at work at 109 West Main in Fairfield. Burnt Prairie Grand Antiques, Kathy, Lisa, Sabrina, and Flo. Modern Auto and Towing at 204 Northeast 2nd, Dan and Kathy. And Jerry and Sandy at Gill's Sales and Service, 1605 West Main, Fairfield.
Dashing through the snow, to CVS we go. A $10 cash card for beauty brands and bows. Lights to dress the tree, and stocking gifts galore. Candy cards and photo gifts and deals throughout the store. At CVS Pharmacy, we've got all the little things you need this holiday. Like a $10 CVS cash card, yours when you spend $30 on select items like Hallmark cards, going on this week. Plus, M&Ms are 2 for $6. Dash to CVS Pharmacy today. Restrictions apply. See cvs.com/weekly ad for details. The phone number to call in is 842-3715. Now, back to Morning Coffee on WFIW, YouTube, and WFIWradio.com.
Mr. Dreeth, you had referred earlier in this stellar broadcast about your hunting.
Or lack thereof.
Well, a hunter in Tennessee said she had a once-in-a-lifetime experience because she spotted a rare albino buck last week, 12-point buck, walked right underneath her, hung out with her for 30 minutes. White deer are extremely rare.
Yes, they are.
And the snowy color is a genetic trait that's inherited. And it had a pink nose, pink eyes, and
yeah,
only one in an estimated 20,000 deer are born with this condition.
Wow. And they're sacred to Native Americans.
They certainly are. Good morning. You're on Morning Coffee.
Yeah, this is Attorney Ryan Rice. How you guys doing?
Good. How about yourself?
Well, I was wondering if I could call in and plug our event for tonight.
Sure, absolutely.
Well, I just wanted to remind everyone that from 6 to 8 p.m. tonight at the New Beginnings Church, we're having a chili supper to benefit the Ministerial Alliance. We're having live and silent auctions to benefit the Ministerial Alliance and the Greater Fairfield Area Sports Commission to help bring travel sports to Fairfield. Also, the meeting is going to act as an Atkinson Forest public comment and rally. So we're trying to address several issues at the same time, and so I hope everybody can come out and enjoy some fellowship, eat some chili. It is cold outside. And try to win some nice items for you that can act as Christmas presents or whatever. We're going to have lots of nice stuff. We're hoping that Barkley Barnard can make it to do the live auction. He's got his cattle auction tonight, but he said he's going to try to make it. So hope to see everyone out tonight.
All right, and so there's no admission fee. It's what you give, and what that goes to both the Ministerial Alliance and the Sports Commission.
Well, all proceeds from the chili supper will go to the Ministerial Alliance only. All proceeds from the live and silent auctions would go to both the Ministerial Alliance and the Sports Commission. We will not be raising any money for Atkinson Forest just because the project's not really a go yet. So, yes, but yes, that's correct. A free entry, and we will have also some free door prizes.
All right.
All right.
We'll have somebody out there to cover it too, Ryan.
Right.
So thank you very much.
Yep. Thanks for calling.
That's coming up this evening. It's just down the road from here.
Yep.
Just down the road.
Just down the road.
Think about this for a second, gentlemen. Tell me your honest opinion about it. You know how studies are. You can study almost everything. Well, here's a study that shows that women, in particular, who sleep with dogs get a better night's sleep.
True.
I don't know.
Women who share their beds with dogs report less disturbance in their sleep and greater feelings of security and comfort.
Yep, I'd believe it.
I wonder if it matters the size of the dog. I mean, does size matter?
An attack dachshund.
You're not going there, are you?
Yummy talk about a Yummy talk about a genius.
I was trying to hold it. I couldn't hold it any longer.
You want to hear?
Dave, go right ahead.
You want to hear about the genius of the week?
Yeah, you probably just heard him.
Gregory Line Gang. Gregory is 42, lives in North Dakota. He's accused of plotting to use a forklift to flip over President Trump's limo to kill him.
What?
He stole a forklift. He got in
Come on, that limousine is like a tank.
President Trump visited Mandan, M-A-N-D-A-N, North Dakota in September of a year ago, and Gregory steals a forklift, entered Trump's motorcade route after the president arrived in the city in the afternoon, and Gregory's intent was to basically try to get to the limo, flip the limo, and get to the president as he wanted to kill him. Well, he tried to escape. The forklift gets stuck in a gated area, so Gregory tries to escape. He's caught. He's going to be sentenced sometime soon. Apparently, he's got a plea deal for 5 years in prison just for stealing the forklift. But it's a public defender said that Gregory was suffering a serious psychiatric crisis.
I think that's a good diagnosis.
But that's a new. That might. Will that be a TV movie?
No,
that will not be a TV.
That might be on America.
I'd like to see the senior service
stealing a fork. If it's like years ago in Fairfield, they had a guy that did his getaway on a riding mower. I think that happened.
Oh, yes, it did.
It did.
I remember that. It was a jewelry heist.
It was a jewelry heist, and the guy escaped on a riding mower.
Because
something like that.
Well, yeah, because he lost his license to a DUI. So he had a high-speed turn that got away.
A forklift to flip, what's the car called? The Beast? Isn't that the president's limo? The Beast?
I'm not exactly sure what it's called.
Yeah, but that thing is...
oh, my gosh.
It's got the ability to be able to endure almost anything.
But that's our genius of the week, and if you guys can find something smarter...
I don't know that we could top that.
Please bring it with you.
That takes the cake.
Do you guys know Mike Wolf? Is that the guy's name on American Pickers?
Yes, of course I do. Yes.
Well, he's selling his 62 VW Type 2 double-door panel van.
Oh, he loves those VW vans. He goes crazy when he sees them.
Apparently, it's on eBay, and it runs through today. It had a high bid of just under $20,000. And it's listed somewhere else for sale. Have you ever heard of a website called thesamba.com, THESAMBA?
Nope.
It's listed there for $30,000. So
that seems like a pretty good deal, especially when you say
you 40 horsepower engine. 40 horsepower engine.
Wow.
Those bugs in VW buses didn't have very big engines.
This is a bus.
Do you guys VW van?
Yeah. Okay. So this is the hippie
panel van.
Bus, yeah.
Do you guys I used to watch American
Now, the panel van, is that the one that has part of the top chopped off in the back? And it has...
Where the cab sits up high and then the back's lower? No?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a pickup truck. Have you seen those?
No, I don't think so.
It's a 62 Type 2 double-door panel van. Has a little rust, not fully restored. I used to watch this. Do you guys watch...
I do. I haven't. I'm back to my lack of TV over the last several months, but I do watch it.
I like to watch them, but I get tired of watching oil cans and bicycles.
Yeah.
And motorcycles. I want to see some other stuff.
They really do have a very narrow list of what their passion is
How
to
about
buy.
roadshow antiques where they get, I didn't know if this would be, it's worth $9 million.
Yeah, no.
Some of those things just smell like a setup, Dave. You know, I mean, you're only seeing the ones that are outstanding.
Oh, I'm sure that they would. The majority of them are worthless.
Well, I'm sure that they show some where they come in, the people so proud to be able to say, we think this is worth something, and have somebody say, well, that's actually a knockoff. It's worth, $4.
Did a radio show one time when I was up north, and we had someone from Antiques Roadshow actually come in to where we were doing the show from, and we did our own Antiques Roadshow on the air live. And we got, I think the most anybody brought in, I think a couple of $1,000 was all it was worth, and
I think American Pickers may have been in the tri-state area at one time.
I believe you're right, because I was looking for them. They were in Southern Illinois more than once.
Oh yeah, they've been in Southern Illinois quite a bit, and Central Illinois.
Guy Fieri's show, Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives.
Oh yeah,
we went to one of the restaurants that was on his deal. It was in a strip center, shopping center up north, and it was okay. We went. I think it was world famous barbecue. It was okay.
I've been to a lot of his restaurants that he's been to. I've been to quite a few. We've been to, we've been to Lafayette, Indiana, the Triple X Diner. We hit Sweetie Pies in St. Louis. We've been to that place over in Maryville. There's a place in Maryville I think he went to.
Where's the
right next to Bobby's Frozen Custard.
Where's the closest around here? St. Louis for Guy Fieri? One of his favorites, or
might
place
have been
St.
Louis.
On there? Yeah.
I think he's been to Springfield.
Everything is deep fried. They deep fry the silverware. Have you noticed that?
Everything's better deep fried.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't matter what it is.
Grease is my friend.
That's right. If you take a ball of lard and you freeze it, and then you roll it in cornmeal and deep fry it, I'd probably eat it.
Oh.
It'd probably be pretty good.
Lard about the size of your head. That's great. Just swap that down on my plate.
Here's a good news story.
We need one.
A Marine veteran working as a FedEx driver in Maryland.
Oh, I saw that.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
He made headlines. He made he's running his route. FedEx driver. He makes an impromptu stop during his delivery shift because he sees an American flag that had fallen to the ground in somebody's yard.
Ooh.
He didn't have to stop.
No.
So he gets out and he does the trifold.
Yeah.
He folds it properly. And his name's Mike King, Marine veteran.
That's hard to do.
But the flag had landed on the ground
It is, yeah.
after this person's flagpole had been pushed to the ground by high winds.
Dave, that's hard to do by yourself. The trifold.
It showed him standing there, kind of holding
without it touching the ground.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And but way to go, man. Way to go.
I like it.
Yeah. That was out in Maryland.
That was really impressed upon me as a young man, and that is never let the flag touch the ground. You
don't forget that, do you?
No, I never forgot.
You don't forget that.
And so,
by the way, if anybody has a soiled or torn or damaged American flag, you can take it to the VFW or the American Legion in Fairfield, and they will properly dispose of it. I've taken several.
And it's like ceremoniously they take care of it.
And if you see a flag being displayed somewhere that is tattered and torn, let the store owner know it in a nice way, because after a while you see it every day and it may not be noticed.
Yeah.
But
there's nothing more distressing to me than see one that's ripped up and faded.
And you do. I don't think anybody intentionally leaves it that way. I'm sure there are exceptions. But
there's a lot of other examples in this area of the bars and stars that are really vibrant.
Yeah.
You're not going to go there, are you?
So, anyway,
I didn't think so.
Thank you to
there either.
Thank you to the veteran. So,
I've
got a subject I'm going to save for tomorrow.
Not good enough for today.
So he's going to tell us today what it is.
It gets a little serious about schools not preparing kids for civic life.
Well, that's pretty close to where we were.
Yeah,
with the flag.
I'll hang on to this, Jim, for tomorrow. Later, we're going to have here. What do they say? Directly,
you're going to be giving us.
We're going to have some trivia.
Oh boy,
I'll
we're
tell
having
you
trivia
what.
again.
It's probably it's a rehash of past trivia.
Make sure Vaughn is gone somewhere because he's making us look bad.
It's across the board.
Oh, you mean
the subject?
It's a potpourri.
That's right.
It is.
Well, I'm
It
glad.
is. And guys, I think I have repeated a question, right? Twice.
Oh, more than one.
Oh,
No,
half dozen
twice.
times.
The first time it was an accident.
More.
The second time I did it to see if you remembered.
How many more the tallest waterfall questions are
I
we
know
going
he's
to
done that
answer?
twice.
Absolutely.
And how many times is he going to ask us what's the closest star or
to the
closest
sun.
planet to the sun?
Right,
how many more times is he going to ask us who gave the Pyrenees
Yes.
and the Statue of Liberty?
That's four.
That's four.
Right there.
The Pyrenees questions were different.
Oh, they were not.
Yes, they were. They were different.
No, you asked both times what countries countries do the
Gentlemen,
Pyrenees
can't
Mountains
we-
separate?
Really?
Can't we all get along? Can't we all
guys,
come together?
If you guys think about it, you would thank me without saying it because it helps your score. Okay?
It's sort of like cheating, though, don't you
No,
think?
it's
Mark?
I think it is.
See, I realize I do it.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. You just argued with and said
Guys,
you only did it twice. We proved you did it 4 times.
I'm trying to find questions, so throw me a bone, okay?
All right. Well, listen. First of all, I do appreciate the research that it takes for you to do this.
Yeah.
He obviously
I
takes
know.
some time
He put
to
some
do
time
this,
into it.
and I appreciate that. And,
Now you guys feel bad, so you're saying this.
No.
Do you
I
really
appreciate
mean
it.
this?
Yeah.
I do really
Yeah, we
mean it.
do.
I really appreciate it. I really appreciate the fact that you've reached an age where you don't remember
What's that song?
putting the questions in more than once.
Sincerely. I want to play "Baby It's Cold Outside."
Yeah, we got to get. We
We
got
got to find. We're going to play that top of every.
play every version that you can find
I
of
will
it because
do it.
I bet we could go for at least 6 hours straight with every version.
I
of
know
Baby It's
Dean
Cold
Martin did
Outside.
one.
I'm on it. Okay.
It's about being in the moment and making that moment count. Focusing on what you find important and what you want most out of life. At SSM Health, we call this the healing power of presence, which means we take the time to connect, listen, and understand. This is at the heart of everything we do. SSM Health, knowing you better as a person, helps us treat you better as a patient.
Naughty or nice? Preferably naughty. But either way, Christmas is coming early in Mount Vernon, Illinois. Roadhouse Harley-Davidson and the Jefferson County CEO program are raffling off 2 giant prizes. Because 2 is better than 1. Prize number 1 is a Kawasaki Brute Force 300 ATV, which is being donated by ATVs and More. Prize number 2 is a Harley-Davidson street motorcycle from your pals at Roadhouse Harley-Davidson. All you have to do is head on down to Roadhouse Harley-Davidson or the Jefferson County CEO program and purchase your $20 raffle ticket. Only 1,000 will be sold. Don't wait and be left empty-handed, or stocking stuffed with coal will be in your future. Snatch up your ticket and join the party at Roadhouse HD on December 15th for free lunch and live music. The first winner will be drawn at 1 and gets their choice between the ATV or Harley. The second winner drawn gets the unclaimed prize. Double the fun this Christmas only at Roadhouse Harley-Davidson in Mount Vernon, Illinois.
And special thanks to sponsors People's National Bank and ATVs and More in Salem, Illinois.
WFIW 104.9 and WFIWradio.com. Sheldon Bunning from Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler on the phone. Good morning, Sheldon.
Good morning, Mark.
It's turned off cold on us.
Yes, I don't like it.
Yeah, bring back the warm weather. So, did you get a chance to see the Christmas parade Saturday night?
I didn't see much of it, but I was in it. I walked the route, I guess, but I was not. I didn't sit back and get to watch the whole thing.
Okay, you were part of the Shriners Club walking, right?
That's right.
All right. So, what do you got going on at Le Mans today? I know you've got Mike's truck out of the way.
Yeah.
So the big
I'm
project
back.
is. Oh, you're coming back.
I'm coming back.
Okay.
There's a couple of parts yet to be delivered that they ordered, and so there's a couple of more pieces to this puzzle. But gosh, I enjoy driving that truck, and it's running like a top.
I was meandering about town Sunday, and I did see you out in the driveway under the hood. Now, you weren't undoing any of our handiwork now.
No. Actually, the truth of the matter is that's really. I had to do some research on that. You go to those car wash bays, Sheldon, and it says engine cleaner, one of the settings. Mm-hmm. And I was worried about whether or not to do that. I talked to these two guys, and they both said they've done it before. My father-in-law said, electronics and water don't mix. Get underneath there and use some elbow grease. And that's what I was doing.
There you go. There you go.
Anyway, but it's been great. I've enjoyed my barn pickup, and I thank you for putting it back together.
All right, we are in the month of December now, Sheldon. What new promotions have you got going on?
I haven't been through all of them yet, but I do know for a fact we've got some amazing deals on our leftover 18 Chevrolet trucks. I think a good bit of the 18 models have GM employee pricing on them, plus some rebates. So that's a big, big savings. I think some of these 18 half-ton Silverados have upwards of $500 to $5,500 in discounts, plus the General Motors employee pricing, and that can be up to like another $3,000 on itself. So some really big savings on those right now at the moment. I think we've got employee pricing on most of the 18 models. We've put out there over the interweb that all of our remaining new 18 Impalas, which that is one of the models that they are going to drop, but we've got those. The ones that are in stock are 25% off.
That's a deal. If you like an Impala.
If you like an
And
Impala.
those are nice cars.
Yes, very nice car.
By the way, while we were talking, Sheldon, Jeremy called to say my parts are in. While we were talking.
Man,
there you go.
Got there early. All right, and of course the big Jeep deals are going on, and the big Dodge Ram pickup deals are continuing.
I think they are too. I think our incentives go through today, actually, and then we'll have some new stuff that's going to take effect tomorrow, I believe. But we've got some big deals on them right now. We know what we've got, so don't hesitate and come on down and get one.
All right, and if on the lot you don't have what someone's looking for, you can more than likely get it for them in a couple of days.
That is correct. I sent a couple of guys 7 or 8 hours away in Iowa today to get one, so we're all over the place.
All righty. LeMansOnline.com is the website. You can check that out for all the vehicles you have on the lot, right?
That is right, 24 hours a day.
Okay. All right, Sheldon, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. We'll talk to you Thursday.
All right, you guys have a great morning.
You too. Sheldon Bunning from Le Mans Chevrolet and Chrysler joins us each and every Monday and Thursday on the WFIW Morning Show.
Radar Weather is sponsored by Conard Financial Group at 510 West Delaware in Fairfield, with securities offered through Raymond James. Conard Financial Group, investing in the community since 2003.
At Raymond James, the financial well-being of our clients always come first. Christopher Conard has been serving our community since 2003. Conard Financial Group, an independent firm, 510 West Delaware in Fairfield, 842-7855. Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Incorporated, member FINRA, SIPC.
Time for that Fairfield area weather forecast. Cloudy skies today with a high of 40. Cloudy tonight, low 30. For tomorrow, partly cloudy, high 38. Sunshine and 40 on Wednesday. For Thursday, scattered showers, high 38. And the outlook for Friday, partly cloudy with a high 35. Overnight low 38. Yesterday's high 53. Currently humidity at 84%. Winds from the west at 5 miles an hour. And pressure 30.02 and holding. Right now, nothing in terms of precipitation showing up in the area or in any of the adjoining tri-state area. Right now, again, cloudy skies and 38 here at the WFIW studios.
Radar Weather has been sponsored by Conard Financial Group at 510 West Delaware in Fairfield, with securities offered through Raymond James. Conard Financial Group, investing in the community since 2003.
This show amounts to nothing, and there's plenty more of it. Back now to Morning Coffee on WFIWradio.com and 104.9 FM.
Want to remind everybody about the Big Deals store that's on the upper right-hand side of the WFIWradio.com homepage. Click it. There's some great deals for Christmas, and one of which would be from Roadhouse Harley Davidson. That's a $100 gift certificate that you can purchase for $70. That certificate good on service, this is the time to get your bike serviced, quite honestly. So now's a great time to do it. That's at Roadhouse Harley Davidson, a $100 gift certificate. You can buy it right now for $70 on the Big Deal Store.
All right.
Okay, guys, here we go. I got 10, 20. All right, guys, here we go. I have
questions
10
worth 1 point apiece.
Easy for you to say.
10 Hg is the chemical symbol of which element?
Say again?
Hg. Big H, little g.
I would say, I know. I can't say anything.
Yeah, I think I know. I know, too.
We're just pausing for our listeners at home.
All right.
For both of them.
Actually, the truth of the matter is, I just looked.
Yeah.
There have been 411 people watch us on YouTube this morning.
Wow.
At one time or another.
How's my hair? White.
What are you talking about, on the head or through your nose?
Okay, Mark.
Hydrogen.
What's your answer?
Hydrogen.
What's yours?
I had hydrogen as
It's
well.
mercury.
Ah!
Whoa.
Mercury, am I in trouble because that's close to the sun?
No.
Oh, okay.
Because the question did not pertain to the closest planet
It's
to the
interesting.
sun.
Name the yellow Teletubby.
Oh, I don't know the Teletubbies. Come
The
on, give me
yellow
a break.
Teletubby.
I'll throw a guess out there.
Okay.
Tinky.
You're close. It's Lala.
Isn't there like Binky and
Binky and
and
Twinkie and Hinky and Linky.
and Lala?
I'm glad I don't have TV.
What is Tiger Woods' first name? I'm sure you guys both know that, but before you scream it out.
No, I don't. I'm trying to
I
think.
don't think I know his first name either.
It's after his father.
Yeah.
I think he's a junior, if I'm not
It's
mistaken.
Lester, Luther.
2 syllables.
Okay.
I'll give you that, but are you ready?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Eldrick.
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 I don't think that was his
You
father.
guys are started off slow now.
Hey,
You're tapering off.
I was close.
You were.
L. I had an L.
What are Alpha Centauri and Sirius? Sirius, and it's not a music service.
Okay.
Alpha Centauri and Sirius.
I know that one.
What are they?
I'm pretty sure I know that
Okay, Mark, pretty sure. How about you, Buddy Rowe?
I think so.
Okay, Buddy Rowe, what's your guess?
Well, they're the 2 closest planets to the Earth. They're about 4 light years away. Is what
What
I'd
was
say.
your answer going to be?
Galaxies.
They're stars.
Stars. Okay.
I'll give it to you because you need it.
They're not planets.
No,
What are
They're
the first?
the closest star.
Yeah.
But
What
there
are-
are planets around it. So.
Yeah.
What are the first names of English novelist G.K. Chesterton? Chesterton. G.K. Chesterton.
Never
What
heard
does
of him, so
G.K. He died in 1936.
Oh, I hate to hear that. I mean, was he
At least
sick?
They buried him.
Was he sick?
And your guess is?
Gary.
Gerald.
It's Gilbert Keith.
Oh, man. Where do you get these?
In computing, what does DM...
By the way, Vaughn's allowed back.
Yeah.
Because he makes us look good.
In computing, what does DMA normally stand for? DM as in Mike. DMA normally stand for in computing.
No, I don't know.
Don't mention
Direct memory access.
Gee.
Who
we might
painted
get shut out?
Who
I know.
painted the water lily pool?
You need to work on these. We got to be able to get at least one.
You will.
No, I'm out.
The water lily pool.
Yeah.
That was Gauguin.
I'll say Monet.
You're right.
I'm right.
Yep.
We got one.
What was his first name?
Well, I don't know, but
Claude.
Claude. I'm going to give you one.
We should get 2 for that.
Here's your
because you asked the second one. What's his first name?
I'll give you 2.
I love Monet. Don't you?
I do.
love Monet.
I gave you the
He's an impressionist,
Alpha
you know.
Centauri and Sirius. Okay, here's your gimme of the 10. Which U.S. city is known as the city of brotherly love?
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah,
All right.
that was an
It's-
easy
it's-
one, yeah.
Okay.
The Eagles play there.
They sure do.
Didn't Elton John do a song about freedom there?
Yes, they did.
What's your answer?
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
Philly. They make good cheese.
Back to a chemical symbol.
All right.
What is the chemical symbol for iron?
I think I got that one.
IRON.
I got that one.
Okay, go ahead. I've got mine.
F-E.
You're right.
That's what I had. F-E right here.
Final question. In which 1979 film was the spaceship called Nostromo? Nostromo?
79.
N-O-S-T-R-O-M-O. Nostromo. 1979 film. It was classic. Oh, my gosh. And I'll give you a hint if you need one. This little creature jumped out of this guy's
Oh, I know what it is. I thought it was before you gave me the clue, but now I'm sure Aliens.
It's Alien. Very good.
I put Mars Needs Women.
So you got 1,
No, I think
2,
it's
3,
Alien.
4, 5, 6.
Alien?
Alien,
okay.
With Sigourney Weaver.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got about half of them right.
We closed on a strong
We
note.
did. I'm proud of you guys.
Talk, sports, and classic rock.
We got to get out of here, guys.
Later.
We'll see you.
To, not just heard. 104.9 WFIW FM Fairfield, Illinois.
Time now for the news, brought to you by Boyd Furniture and Mattress Center in downtown Wayne City. Stop by for a rest test. 20 mattresses on display. Try their adjustable beds for maximum comfort.
Fox News, I'm Lillian Wu. Close family and world leaders paying tribute to George H.W. Bush, German Chancellor Angela Merkel praising the late president's support for her country's unification.
One of the fathers of the German unification, and we will never forget that.
Former Secretary of State James Baker recalling his words to his son.
President George Bush, 43, who had called in to say, Dad, I love you. I will see you on the other side. And President Bush said, I love you, and those were his last words.
The late president's casket set to arrive in Washington, D.C. from Texas aboard Air Force One. He'll lie in state at the U.S. Capitol Rotunda till Wednesday before his invitation-only funeral. And stocks opening higher on Wall Street after a temporary ceasefire over tariffs between the U.S. and China. This is Fox News.
Welcome to Fox Nation, an exclusive streaming service designed